Hi friends, welcome to Lake Yavarsh Academy, placed in Vijayanagar, Bangalore. This is Manjunath Badgi. In this video, we'll be solving the remaining problems in CSAT from the latest 2022 UPSC prelims. And we have our own coaching center, active coaching center placed in Vijayanagar. You can visit our center for regular batches as well as crash courses for all the competitive exams on aptitude, reasoning and mental ability part. Here is your very first problem on the screen. Consider the question and the two statements given below. The question is x an integer? Statement 1 says x by 3 is not an integer. Statement 2 says 3x is an integer. Which one of the following is correct in respect to the question and the statements? Statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question. 2 alone is sufficient. Both are sufficient. Even after giving you both, nothing can be done. These are the four options. First, you will have to know the meaning of integers here. Integers, these are the integers: 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, and so on. If you take x, say for example, x is 0. Statement 2, now I will go to directly statement 2. 3 into x, 3 into 0 is 0. 0 is an integer, therefore x is also an integer. Right. If you take x as 1, then I will go with the second statement. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 is an integer, therefore 1 is also an integer. We can conclude, right? If I say x is, say, minus 3, 3x will be how much? 3 into minus 3, minus 9. Minus 9 is an integer, therefore minus 3 is also an integer. Yes. Therefore, we can conclude by using only the second statement. So statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Moving on to the next one. On one side of a 1.01 kilometer long road, 101 plants are planted at equal distance from each other. What is the total distance between 5 consecutive plants? Your options are 40 meter, 40.1 meter, 50 meter, 50.5 meter. 1 kilo stands for 1000. 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. 1.01 kilometer means how many meters? First one always in denominator, rest in the numerator. So 101 ones are 101. In all, we have got 3 zeros. After decimal point, 2 digits. After decimal point, 2 digits, meaning 1010 meter. We have the total distance 1010 meters, and we have got in all 101 trees, 101 plants. So it comes out to be 10 meters. What is the meaning of this 10 meters? Between any two consecutive plants, the distance is 10 meter. See here. This is plant number 1, plant number 2, plant number 3. 10 meter is the difference. So between any 3 consecutive plants, the distance is 20. 10 plus 10, 20. Right? So what is the meaning of this? Number of plants minus 1 into 10 gives us the final answer. Number of plants are 3 here, minus 1 into 10, 2 into 10, 20. Yes. Now in the same way, we have got now 5 consecutive plants. 5 minus 1 gives us 4 into 10 gives us the final answer. The very first option, 40 meter, is the correct answer. This is how we can manage this problem. Moving on to the next one. 6 persons A, B, C, D, E, and F are sitting equidistant from each other around a circular table facing the center of the table. Consider the question and two statements given below. The question is, who is sitting on the immediate left of A? Statement number 1 says B is sitting opposite to C and D is sitting opposite to E. Statement 2 says F is sitting on the immediate left of B. Which one of the following is correct in respect of the question and the statements? One alone is sufficient, two alone is sufficient, both are required, both are not required. Even after giving you both, nothing can be done. These are the four options given. So now let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 are there in all. So you will have to go for one circle, 6 persons. So first arrange 6 chairs here like this. The first statement says, B is sitting opposite to C. B is sitting opposite to C. You can write it like this. B is sitting opposite to C. D is sitting opposite to E. D is sitting opposite to E. That can be written like this. D is sitting opposite to E. So this is the end of the first statement. Second statement, F is sitting on the immediate left of B. Immediate left of B, F is sitting here, meaning A will automatically come here. Now coming to the question part. Who is sitting to the immediate left of A? Immediate left of A, it is D. So to answer this, we have used both the statements. That is one thing. Second thing is, see, B and C are opposite, okay? D and D are also opposite. I can write E here and D there also. And second statement says B is immediate left, F is sitting. A will come automatically here. A is left, now it is E. So we don't have the complete information, sufficient information as to who is sitting where. Whether D here, E there, or D there, E here. We don't have information. That is the reason why we must go with the last option. So even after giving you both the statements, nothing can be done. You cannot answer this question even after using both the statements, because we don't have clear-cut information whether D is sitting there or here. D and D opposite, yes, but who is where? We don't know. That's the reason why it is both statement 1 and statement 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. The last option should be marked. Here is your next problem. Consider the question and two statements given below. What is the age of Manisha? Statement number 1 says Manisha is 24 years younger than her mother. Statement 2 says 5 years later the ages of Manisha and her mother will be in the ratio 3:5. See, if you use only the first statement, what happens? Manisha is 24 years younger than her mother. But do you know the age of her mother? No. That's the reason you cannot make out the age of Manisha by using statement 1 alone. So statement 2 is also required. Therefore, you must go with the third option, that is both statement 1 and 2 are sufficient to answer the question. Here we will be in need of both. Now I will solve this problem using both the equations, both the statements. This is at present and 5 years later. Here is Manisha, here is her mother. If Manisha is X, mother will be X plus 24. 5 years later, X plus 5. 5 years later, X plus 29. So this is Manisha after 5 years. This is her mother after 5 years. Check the ratio between them. The ratio reads 3:5. Right? 3:5. This is second information. So let us solve this. A plus A is to B can be written like A by B. First one will go to the numerator, second will come to the denominator. On this side it is 3/5. Shift 5 to this side. 5x plus 25. Shift x plus 29 to this side. It will become 3x and 29 3s are. It is 87. 5x, 3x, 2x are extra on this side. 25, it is 7. 7 minus 5, 8 minus, right? X will be 31. So the age of Manisha at present is, she is at present 31, because X stands for the answer. X is the present age of Manisha, and that's being asked. That is one thing. Second thing, how to cross verify the answer. How to cross verify the answer. If I say Manisha at present 31, her mother is 25 years more, that is 55. After 5 years, 36. After 5 years, 60. Check the ratio. 12 threes are, 12 fives are, the ratio is of course 3:5 after 5 years. Everything is all right. And to solve this and to find the age of Manisha, we use both the informations. Therefore, both the statements are required to solve this, to answer this question, in fact. So the third option should be marked. Here is the next problem on the screen. 6 letters, 6 lectures, A, B, C, D, and F, each of 1 hour duration, are scheduled between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Consider the question and the two statements given below. Which lecture is in the third period? Statement 1. Lecture F is preceded by A and followed by C. Statement 2 says there is no lecture after lecture B. Now to answer this question, you will have to use one alone or two alone, or both are required, or even after giving you both, nothing can be done. C. Lecture F is preceded by A. This is how you must write. And followed by C. This is how you must write. These three will go hand in hand. This is statement number 1. Statement number 2 says there is no lecture after lecture B, meaning that is the last. Last B is fixed. A, F, C, all the three are intact, but where exactly we don't know, right? So in all we have 4, 5, 6 lectures. 4 are already over. 2 can come here, or they can come here, right? They cannot come here. So these are the only 2 places for the remaining 2. If the remaining 2 occupy these 2 places, then the third lecture will be A. If these 2 occupy these 2 places, first 3 are AFC, then C will be the answer, the third period, the third lecture, right? Therefore, we cannot conclude definitely whether A is correct or C is correct. Therefore, even after using both the statements, nothing can be done. So straight away, we will have to go with the last. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. Here is your next problem. 24 men and 12 women can do a piece of work in 30 days. In how many days can 12 men and 24 women do the same piece of work? Your options are 30 days, more than 30 days, less than 30 days, or more than 30 days. Data is inadequate to draw any conclusion. That is correct answer. In fact, but 24 men have become 12 men. Number of men is reduced by 12. And how about women? 12 women have become 24 women. So women are increased by 12. So it is universally accepted fact that the number of, the capacity of men is always more than the capacity of women. So 12 women cannot compensate the work of 12 men. Therefore, naturally, they will be taking more number of days. So here they are taking 30 days. Here, naturally, they will be taking more than 30 days. That is going by one theory, but in the absence of data, you cannot conclude. So I would say it is B or D. Okay. We have got sufficient information to go with B. We have got sufficient information to go with D. So as per my experience knowledge, I will go with B or D, which is not there in the options. 12 women cannot compensate the work of 12 men. Okay, see here, 24 men and 12 women will take 30 days time. Here the number of men is reduced by 12. Here the number of women is increased by 12. So this reduction cannot compensate here, because that is the reason why using the words men and women. Otherwise he would have used 36 people. 36 people in the sense all are having equal capacity. When you use the words like A and B, their capacities are different. When we use the word man and women, their capacities are different. And it is universally accepted fact that men's capacity is always more than the capacity of women. Therefore, naturally they will be taking more number of days, more than 30 days. So I will go with more than 30, but still D is also correct because the data is not sufficient to take that kind of any conclusions here. Moving on to the last one. There are two containers X and Y. X contains 100 ml of milk and Y contains 100 ml of water. 20 ml of milk from X is transferred to Y. After mixing well, 20 ml of mixture in Y is transferred back to X. If M denotes the proportion of milk in X and N denotes the proportion of water in Y, then which one of the following is correct? Your options are M is equal to N, M is greater than N, M is less than N. Cannot be determined due to insufficient data. So we have got two containers X and Y. This is the X, this is Y. Here we have got 100 ml milk. Here we have 100 ml water. If you pour 20 ml in Y, what happens? In X, we are left out with only 80 ml of milk. And what happened to Y? 100 is already water. Now 20 milk. Now the reverse happens. First we will mix them well and now we will transfer 20 ml back to X. If you transfer everything, meaning all the 120, if you pour everything to Y, to X, then how much milk will go to milk or go to X? 20 ml. But we are not shifting everything, we are shifting only 20. So how much milk will go to X? First one always in denominator, rest in the numerator. 20 ones are 26 are 2 3s are 2 10s are 10 by 3. Milk will go to X. Now let us see in X milk content. Already we had 80. Now plus 10 by 3 milk came from Y. So even if you do not write this plus sign in between, it hardly matters. So it is as good as 80 10 by 3. So now it is very simple. 83 is 240, 250 by 3. This is the milk content in the end in X, and that he is denoting it by yum. So yum is confirmed, it is 250 by 3. Yum stands for milk content in the end in container X. Now let us concentrate on water content in Y. What happened to water content in Y? Okay. So if you shift everything 120 to X, if you shift everything 120 to X, then 100 water will go out. But we are shifting only 20 liter from Y to X. How much milk will go to X? Always question mark on the right hand side. First one always in the denominator, rest in the numerator. 21s are 26s are 2 3s are 250s are 50 by 3. This much, that is this much of water content is going out to X from Y, right? So earlier we had 100 ml of water in Y. Now 50 by 3 went out. How much water is now remaining in container Y? 3 1 has become 3 times, 300. 3 as it is, 50 also as it is, 250 by 3. This is the water content in the end in container Y, and that is denoting it by N. Yum is also 250 by 3. N is also 250 by 3. Therefore, yum is equal to N. That should be marked. That is there in the very first option. And formally we concluded CSAT 2022. All the problems we have done. Okay, you can refer all the videos, you can watch all the videos, and there you will get each and every problem from CSAT 2022. With this we conclude this CSAT 2022. Thank you one and all for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye. See you.